Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of the R&R Mama Show. I'm your host, Andrea Fallon, midwife, child health nurse, NDC practitioner, holistic sleep coach, and mum of two. And today I'm going to be talking to Jeanna from Thriving Mums about how can you still find time for yourself when you're a busy mum and when you want to be a responsive mum. Is it even possible to find time for yourself when you're busy with your little ones? I'm really excited to get into this topic today, and I'm so happy to have Jeanna joining us. I've just got to see if I can find her and bring her on. So just give me a moment. Cool. See, she's just requested. Cool. Leading up now, so bear with us while Jeanna joins me on the call. Just bringing her up. We'd love to get your questions in the comments, by the way. Hi,
Hello.
Jeanna. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thanks. Thanks for joining me today. I'm really excited about this conversation.
Yes, me too.
Cool. So maybe if we could just get started, if you could let everyone know a little bit about yourself and your background, and then we can get into the topic.
I just hear you double all the time.
Sorry?
I hear you double all the time. The things you say now I hear, and then I hear what you said just a few seconds ago.
Oh, no. Oh, Facebook playing up on us, I think, maybe.
Anyway, okay, I'll try. It's a bit irritating, but anyway, okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Jeanna. I'm a life coach for moms, and I don't know what we can do. What if I use my headphones? Maybe that stops it because that's really annoying. Hello?
Yeah, how's that going?
Yes. Okay,
That's
good. I don't hear myself
Here we
anymore.
are. Thank you.
Okay, so again, hello, I'm Jeanna. I'm a mom of two little boys and a life coach and mindset coach for moms. I help moms find time for themselves every day so that they can actually be the kind of mom that they want to be and not always put themselves last and actually be happy, be the kind of mom they want to be. And the way my self-care journey kind of started is with I'm a mom of two little boys and most of the time by myself because my husband works away a lot. So, and we at that time lived in Australia all by ourselves, no family or support system around. So yeah, I was just there making sure my kids stay alive, get a few healthy meals a day, and yeah, it was busy, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. It's just a lot, and I just realized that I didn't take care of myself anymore. I didn't work out anymore. I didn't do anything of the things I love doing just because I felt that, yeah, there was just no room, no time, no energy, and also the guilt that comes around it with taking that time for yourself. But then there was a time when my husband came back from rotation, so it was me 6 weeks with the kids alone. And one of those days where they were just whinging and everything was just complicated, and I was like, no, here you go, they're the kids. And yeah, I went to have a bath and just like something I haven't done in a really long time. So my little boy, he was 3 at that time, came in and he asked me, Mommy, are you okay? And I was like, oh my God, yes, of course I'm okay. I've never been better. But it was like because he's never seen me doing anything for myself before, he asked me if I was okay. So that was such a shock moment for me that I realized that that is not what I want to role model for him or for my general. And yeah, that's how kind of my taking back charge of my life journey started. And yeah, I just dove into it and tried to just get my life back because I put it on hold myself. And yeah, now I'm just sharing that with other moms and just help bring that awareness out there that you do not have to reach that breaking point in order to make changes to your life, you can absolutely start right now. You don't have to let it get to that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Absolutely. I think that's it sounds like it was a bit of an aha moment for you.
definitely. Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
was.
Sorry about my throat. I've still got
No,
this thing, so I'll have coughing fit and just what you want on a live anyway. So I think it is important to maybe for us to define what self-care is, because it really means different things for different people. And for some people, they might think that self-care is, you know, getting down to get their nails done. And other people, self-care might be, I just need to get a shower in today. You know, like there's quite a difference in what it means to people. So how would you define self-care?
I would say it is a very, very subjective topic. For me, it really depends on the day, actually. So, in general, I define self care as just doing something that makes you feel good, that you enjoy, and yeah, that you love doing. And some days, as you said, it might just take a shower. That's just what you need right now. And other days, it might be diving into an online course that you wanted to catch up on for so long, or take that yoga class, or just sit down, have a cup of coffee, and read a few pages of your favorite book. Like, it's, for me, it's really depending on the day. And I agree with anyone. Like, whoever says, if I get my nails done, that is self-care for me, I say, okay, that's fine, because after that you feel amazing. Or like, this is your time out, your kids are not there, and you can just enjoy that time just for yourself. And others say to just have that coffee, I don't care if my kids are there, I feel good just having that quiet time for myself, and that's fine too. I think it's really depending on the person and what your body needs right now in that moment.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's important. It's like trust yourself to know what you need. Although sometimes it is hard to know what you need when you're in this new phase of motherhood. You know, maybe what
Yeah,
worked for you before doesn't work anymore. Like maybe what you could do before you can't do now, but maybe what used to make you feel good, actually it's not so important now, and now you need something different. So that's probably an important part of it too, is like actually recognizing what might I need right now.
exactly. And also taking that time to assess yourself every now and then, and just ask yourself those questions like, what do I actually enjoy? What makes me feel good? What do I love doing? And because, as you said before, being a mom, those are completely different.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's important to be aware of that, what it actually is that makes you feel good.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. So, why do you think it's so challenging for mums to actually try and find time for themselves?
I think the most challenging part is the mindset all around taking that time for yourself, because there's this society has this way of just putting that pressure that moms have to do this, have to do that, have to cook 3 healthy meals a day, be there for their children all day, organize this and that, and also be fun at the same time. So there's just so much pressure on us, and we also take that pressure on us because we have society putting out all these guidelines and expectations. Then our family and friends and our husband expects the same things of us. Other moms are doing this and that, and you compare yourself, and your mom is telling you should do this, your mother-in-law has her opinion, and you're like, oh my god, I have to do all these things. And I mean, it's a lot, and it's just too much. If you take everything on that is like coming onto you, you will never be a good mom, because you're just putting the bar so high, it's just not achievable. So it's taking the first step is around being okay with doing less, and just really listening to your body and to just your family in general, because you're the head of the family. You know your family best, you know your kids best, you really know what they need. And it's just tuning into that and really trusting yourself and your instincts, and yeah, listening to your body, because it all starts with being okay with sitting down and just being okay with not extending your mental to-do list throughout the day, like setting certain things that have to get done, and you get those done, but you don't add to it. You just,
Mhm.
yeah, otherwise, yeah, you will never be happy and satisfied with yourself when you go to sleep if you keep adding to it. So yeah, it's around, for me, it starts with the mindset of just being okay with sitting down and realizing that you are a way better mom, and actually the mom that you want to be, the kind of wife and friend you want to be, when you fill up your cup first and actually take care of yourself. When you on your A game, you can be the person you want to be and actually role model that to your children as well. Because if they see you angry workhorse all the time that is completely losing herself in motherhood, what happened to me, then yeah, that's not what I wanted to show my children when they were growing up, that your life kind of stops or is on hold when you have a family, because it's not. It's so easy to get into it and just like let it happen to you, but it's definitely not necessary.
Yeah, we have to be really intentional, don't we? Like it is easy to fall into the pattern of taking on more and more and more. And we have to be so intentional not to do that. And it sounds easy. It just sounds like, oh, yeah, just, it's one of those things. Just be, think about it and be intentional. But actually, it's quite hard to do in
Of
practice.
course, because you're also so used to doing that you always put your family first. And obviously, I mean, they're your kids, they're your family, they're the most important thing in your life, really. And obviously, you want to care for them and do everything that you can. But yeah, if you forget about yourself in the process, then that's a very unhappy, unfulfilled mom life. And that's not the only option. There's another option out there that also like makes your family happy, your kids happy, as well as yourself. Because often it is that moms feel like they have to choose between themselves or their family. Like, do I take care of myself or do I take care of my family? And that's just a really sad thing, because once you just realize and get into that self-care and that kind of mindset shift, then yeah, you just realize that it's actually the opposite, that you are a way better, more happier you when you actually take that time and just organize your day differently so that you can actually do that, have that mental space and emotional space to do that.
Yeah, for sure. And there's just so many cultural factors, aren't there? Like the cultural myths of the good mother and what a good mother is. And, the ideas that the good mother is selfless, that she puts everyone else before herself. That's such a big one, that makes it very hard for us to get past when that's just been ingrained into us. And I think if you're an 80s or 90s child, you were also raised to being told that you can do anything, you can do it all. Like girls were pushed into, different fields of like for careers, and you can do this. But no one ever said, well, actually, but you can't do it all at the same time. We can't just keep taking on more and more and more. And we're modeling what our mums did maybe, which was stay at home and do everything for everyone. But then we're also trying to have these careers, and we're trying to do this and we're trying to do that. And it's just so much.
Of course. Yeah, that's exactly it. We just need to create this new motherhood and this new way of parenting, of being a mom, and just being more intentional about how we spend that time. And not lose ourselves in it, because as you said, our moms maybe taught us to just be there with our children, stay at home, like do everything we can to make them happy. But life goes quick, life is short, and if you just take too long to actually have your own life alongside your children, then I wouldn't say it's too late, but time is running, and we just got to be intentional about how we spend our day, and it's totally possible to do both. You can be the mom that you want to be and also have your own dreams and goals.
Yeah.
It's about organizing that time differently and thinking differently about it. Because if you believe that it's not possible for you and that is just not the time right now to do those things, then and if you have those thoughts all day, then nothing is going to change. It all starts with you and with making the decision to actually live a different life and make the changes that you need to make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. And I think you touched on something there. Some of it is about how do we find the time, because we do live busy lives, and there isn't the village of support for a lot of us. You know, we are on our own, like you found yourself. So how do we do that when we, you know, don't necessarily have the support that we feel we might need?
Yeah. So I have a few little hacks and tips that I use myself. So first of all, so I touched on the mindset part. So you need to believe that it's actually possible to live a different life. It's possible to do both, to be the mom that you want to be and like follow your goals. And apart from that, I love to do a joy list. So I write down all the things that actually make me happy, that make me feel good, and I write them all down. And then I follow like the one thing a day rule. So that's how I pretty much got started. Very baby steps, but I said, okay, I choose every day, I choose one thing from that list to actually do that one thing. Be it yoga, be it taking a hot shower, be it doing my nails or going for a walk or whatnot. Whatever was on that list, I chose one thing to not make it all overwhelming and all at once. Like, oh my God, I can't follow my dreams and goals at this time and then do also this and feel good and exercise and meditate and everything. Like it's a process, and it starts with one thing. So then that way, at least you feel good at the end of the day, knowing, okay, I've had this one time at least for myself to actually feel good and recharge myself. And yeah, then in general, just look at your day. Just like I like to just keep track of it, like just have an overview, like think about how your week actually or your day actually looks from the morning you wake up until you go to bed. Like, what is your normal routine? When are your kids getting up? When you need to make breakfast? All these things. And I like to write it down just to have like an overview of what is happening. And that way, once you know when your things are happening, like set things like kindy, school, drop off, pick up, and those things that set that can't be changed, once you're aware of those, you can actually work around finding those pockets of time that you can use for yourself, be it waiting in the Starbucks line. So while you wait in the Starbucks line for your coffee, you can listen to a great podcast. Or while you go grocery shopping, you can listen to your favorite music. Like just use those little pockets, like while you're doing something else, that makes you feel good. And yeah, while you wait to pick up the kids, maybe, I don't know, you read something or you have a little 5-minute meditation or something like that. Or even when it's playtime for your kids right now, or nap time for your kids, or yeah, just being aware of where those pockets of times are, and then just use them for yourself whenever you can. And also being okay with having your kids play alone, telling them, okay, mommy is gonna have a 5-minute break. She's gonna sit down here, has a coffee, and you guys play. I know it's easier said than done, because whenever you sit down and you actually have a quiet moment, they come and want something and want food, but the nappy changed. I know, but it's a process for you, and it's also a process for them. So they need to learn as well that things change. Mommy is gonna put herself on the to-do list now, and yeah, things gonna change around here, and just educate your kids throughout the way, because yeah, it's a progress for them and for yourself as well. And yeah, just in general, having this awareness that once you take care of yourself and recharge yourself, you are such a better mom for your kids, and actually what you want to role model as well. So yeah, so I like to actually plan my day, at least have a mental plan of what is happening. So every morning or in the evening, when I have time, I go through my day and I think, okay, those ones are my most important goals today, my most important tasks that I actually have to get done. Then this one thing a day that I want to do for myself, and really look where I can fit it in, and then actually schedule it in, because whenever it is in your schedule, you're more likely to make it happen, even if it doesn't fit in that moment right now. Say 6 p.m. you fit in, you want to meditate for 10 minutes, and your kids go crazy and it's just not happening. Okay, be okay with that. But you scheduled it in and you know this is happening, even if it's at 9 p.m. at night. Like you just need to be flexible and work around it, but you have to put in your schedule, otherwise you forget. And yeah, it's so easy to forget when you're so caught up in all these mom responsibilities and just, yeah, your busy day. So I like to do reminders in my phone and yeah, just schedule it in and get reminded to, yeah, actually take a breather, take a break, and yeah, do meditation, whatever makes me feel good and what I plan to do. And that thing maybe changes, but at least at 6 p.m. I said I'm going to do something for myself. And if I don't feel like meditating, maybe it is, or not, read something.
No, it sounds good. There's some great tips there. And I think the other thing is that sometimes we believe that to see changes in the way that we're feeling, we need to do really big things, like we need to radically change what we're doing. And
Yeah.
it's not. Like it's almost always like the small little changes that you make, that you keep doing, that make the biggest difference to how you're feeling. And just that one thing a day, if we can be intentional with that one thing a day, what a difference that can make. It doesn't have to be this huge thing where you go and get a babysitter for 2 hours, like every week, and like it's a real struggle because you've got to pay them, you've got to find someone, this and this. It's just that small little thing each day that makes that difference, because it's ongoing.
Yeah. And that way, when you start off with one thing, it kind of becomes a habit. So you know you are in this habit of doing at least one thing a day that is just for you, and you just build up on that. And
Yeah.
as what you touched on as well, often we think we have to be away from our children in order to have self-care time, in order to like be for ourselves. But yeah, it's just if we have bad expectations, then that's very likely like not going to happen very often. Because yeah, we just need to fit that self-care into our daily routine and into our daily life and make it happen throughout the pockets of time that we do get those little moments,
Yeah.
and not wait for those big events, hours of yoga class to happen, as you said. Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
be more intentional about your day instead of just randomly reacting to it. Because once you have a plan, even if it's just in your head, then yeah, you're more intentional with your time, you know how you spend your time, and you're not just waking up and saying, oh my God, again, cooking, cleaning, looking after the kids. Oh my God, how boring. Like, life is what you make it. I just love this quote because you choose every morning how you want to feel, how you want to live your day. If you wake up with this mindset and thinking, oh my God, no way, then your life is going to go that way, or your day is going to go that way. But if you
Mm.
think, okay, I've got this one thing a day that I want to do, I have this one goal today that I want to achieve, and you work through it throughout your day, then you feel good at the end of the day. And you're like,
Yeah.
hey, I've achieved something. I did something for myself, for my future life, for my kids. Like, it is possible. I can totally do all of that. And if I can't, then that's okay too. You can sit down, you can relax. If your body just needs quiet time that day, or you don't really feel like it, you have these days, then that's okay. Like, you don't have to be running around and being like crazy all day. Yeah, 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 let's go, let's go, let's go. It's not like we are moms, we do thousands of things a day, and not every day is the same. And our kids as well, our kids have moods, they are sick, they, yeah, you just gotta work around it. But definitely have that vision, have that, yeah, future vision just for your life. Like, what do you want? How do you want to feel? How do you want your life to look like? Just having this intention, having this vision helps a lot to just, yeah, be more intentional and actually taking that time throughout the day, because you know why you're doing it and what you're actually achieving with that.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. No, thank you so much for those tips. They're really helpful. Let us know in the comments if you've got any other questions. We can definitely answer them. But otherwise, we do have some exciting news that we'd like to share. So Jenna and I are going to be running a masterclass next Friday, same time as this, where we're going to be going into a bit more detail with a bit more of a step-by-step how you go about introducing, self-care into your life, how you can find this time. Yeah, is there anything that you wanted to share specifically about the class, Jenna?
Yeah, so we will definitely. So the class is called How to Find Time for Yourself Every Day Without Feeling Guilty. So yeah, we go into how to actually find that time for yourself, and yeah, more into, as you already said, the step by step, and yeah, a few more tips and tricks and more in depth of yeah, how to get from feeling exhausted and frustrated and tired to not really enjoying mom life much to being that empowered, confident mom, feeling good, feeling happy, and knowing how to actually balance it all, how to do it all. So we go more in depth in the class, and I'm very excited to share more with you then.
Yep, it's gonna be really good. I'm looking forward to it. So I will pop the link. Okay, stay tuned because I will create an event and there'll be a link to register to come along to that class. But yeah, this was just a bit of an introduction, and I look forward to talking to you more next Friday, Jenna, and we will see you all then.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Nice to meet you guys, and I'll see you Friday. Make
Okay.
sure to register, and then you'll stay tuned and get reminder emails and everything. So yeah, and make sure they're live because we have a 15-minute Q&A as well where you can ask anything. So get all your question answered live with us, and yeah, we're excited to see you there.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.